Welcome back, Homestead family and backyard gardeners. This is Rob from Focus Fresh Garden Homestead, eating fresh to your plate. And on this beautiful Sunday afternoon, I'm down here in my food forest. I've got a lot of mulberries, I've got a nectarine, I've got an apple tree, I've got a navel, what is it? Caracara blood navel orange tree. I've got a blueberry, I've got a fig tree over here, and it's just taken a good number of years to get my food forest up to where it is. And you can do the same as well. But I've been doing a lot of spring seedling germination, and so I've got my corn here, and I want you to guess which corn was the better option. I did one outside, just in normal conditions, in a tray, and the other two on a heat mat with a light. I want you to guess. I'll get back to these. It's a bit of hit and miss with corn with me in the last couple of years because I've just had it struggled. So we've got crystal apple cucumbers here, we've got Lebanese, we've got blackjack zucchini, gold rush zucchini, we've got silver beet, really coming on strong. We've got ox heart tomatoes, we've got a couple of capsicum taking off, more tomatoes here. Now I'm growing sunflowers. Now I pre-soaked the seeds for 8 hours. This one here, I did not. Now the one that I just put in the seed here germinated 5, and the one I pre-soaked for 8 hours all shot up with 6. So I don't know, is it the seedling mix? Is it too much water, not enough water? You let me know in the comments below. So we're going to get back to our corn because this is what it's all about. The last couple of years I've struggled to grow corn from seed. I never used to have a problem. I don't know what it is. So can you guess which out of these three I didn't do nothing to? And if you guessed the middle one, you would be correct. I've got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 out of 24, and I only got 8 on each here. I pre-soaked the seeds for 8 hours. I pre-warmed the seedling tray before I even put the seeds in. I had the light, and I thought, you know what, this is very disappointing. Let's just try something. I've got a new bag of seedling mix. I put these outside. I just put the seeds in the seedling tray, and I just left them outside. And I got more by doing less than these two right here. So I don't know what's going on. Is it the seeds? Is it the seedling mix? For a long time I thought it was the seeds because I did it both different ways and I don't know what's going on. So that's where I'm at. Over the next couple of months I'm going to be trialing different new corn seeds and planting them in different areas. So without further ado, let's get all these corn in the raised garden bed. I'm over here at our what used to be our broccoli raised garden bed, but for the spring and summer I'm going to be using this for our Jolly Roger corn, and I'm going to incorporate the sunflowers with my corn. So I've got myself a teaspoon, and this is the only way really to get the seedlings out of the seedling trays. Here we go. I'm going to put one in each corner, and I've pre-done my holes, so I've got 18. As you can see, that's much better. Look at the roots on it, very healthy, very strong already. There we go, and give that a nice fighting chance. And I'm going to come over to the other side and just do the same. There we go, like so. And we're going to use these ones. These only I put in last weekend compared to these ones, and even though they're tall, you can absolutely see the difference. I used to just put them in these seedling trays, pre-soak the seeds for 8 hours. I didn't have to use a light and a heat mat, but all of a sudden over the last couple of years I've just had this bad germination. I just can't put my finger on what it is. Maybe it is the seedling mix. I've tried different ways, the same way I've been doing it, or on the heat mat, and I couldn't get anything to germinate. So it could be the seeds, it could be the seedling mix. So write down in the comments below what you think it might be. It is very frustrating. Last year we had a lot of rain. That didn't help my cause. And no, I didn't get any corn last year. It was a very disappointing harvest. Look at that. See, it's much easier than trying to squeeze it out of a packet. And I'm going to show you my other sunflowers. They're really growing, and you know, it's just, they look beautiful. If you keep them nice and straight, in the next week or so I'll be keeping these nice and straight. I'm going to peg them up, and it's just a lot easier to keep your plant straight, not bent. Now I do these every 30 centimeters or 300 mil. It should be 36 inches, but we're not out in the field, we're in the backyard, and I have to use up as much space as I possibly can. As I said, I've struggled for a few years, but at the same time I've been doing this for a number of years and I've had great success. So hopefully this season has been really good to me. We haven't had much rain, we have, but all in all, it's been a really good season so far. And you know, if you can get in early, get in strong, you're going to have a much successful harvest. It's beautiful. See, this is a much better way of trying to get seedlings out of a seedlings tray instead of trying to squish the packet. You know, instead of squishing the packet like so, you know, it all falls apart. This is a much better way of getting your seedlings out. These are little tricks to the trade over many years that I found. That's beautiful. So these are going to take 12 weeks to harvest. So hopefully by then we're out of this heat wave. Just the other week we had a massive heat wave in Queensland, and it got to up to 35 degrees. It was an absolute scorcher. It would have probably destroyed these little baby seedlings, but It's about 24 degrees at the moment. It's not too bad on Sunday. That's what it's meant to be for a good couple of weeks. You know, we're in spring at the moment. And what I like to do is, once I'm done, is put sugarcane mulch around these. Even though corn is a grass crop, they can handle a bit of drought, but not drought tolerant. You know, they can go without a few weeks without a drop of water, but if you start getting orange sort of leaves on your corn stalks, then you know that they're singing out for some water. Okay, actually I might steal one from you. There we go. There we go. Alright, so I've got 18 in this raised garden bed and 4 sunflowers. And that's been pretty good so far. So I'm going to put my sugarcane mulch on, and I'll take you over to our other raised garden bed with how some of these sunflowers are growing at the moment, and my tomatoes and my grapevine, and we'll just go from there. Behind us here is my tomato bushes here. They're really coming on strong. I'll show you a bit of a harvest in a moment. These are my grapes. Last year we actually had 10 on the vine. I've got 3 grapevines here, and it was that hot, it was that humid. They all just got that algae mildew on them, and they just died. But we're not talking about grapes at the moment. We're here about growing corn and sunflowers, and this is a little clip. And what I do is I just clip these under here like so, like that, and they just keep growing up and up nice and straight. And I'm starting to find that that's the best way to keep these sunflowers nice and straight. I'm really impressed with myself that I actually grew these myself, and it's really simple. You know, once you know how, just like germinating your own seeds. Sometimes they just germinate pretty easily with no effort, and like corn seeds, it should be easy, but sometimes it's difficult. So hopefully this year will be a lot better. So without further ado, let's put some more corn in this raised garden bed. And my thinking is, because of my grapes here, I want to get these nice and tall so it gives the grapes a bit of shade as well, because here in Queensland, on the southeast, it gets absolutely hot and humid. Whereas if you're on the other side of the range, it's not as bad. It's more of a dry weather for growing corn, grapes. As I said, in the next couple of months I'll be doing another batch, and just to see what happens. You really need a 4x4 raised garden bed to for germination and for your corn as well. With the silks going back to the kernel. That's a little baby one. I might save that one for later. Just in case these die off, at least we've got some backups. Like so. Okay. This right here. Back. Make sure I'll put it on back. There we go. That's all of it. Now I've left 3 behind. I'll keep these in the shade because I don't want, if any die, at least I've got a couple back up. As you can see, I'll just leave them grow and keep these outside now. They've been inside for the last week and a half. So I'll go pick some tomatoes while I'm here, some cherry tomatoes. That's all I've got at the moment. So my food forest over there is going gangbusters, absolutely beautiful, and this year is a really good growing crops and harvest from what I can see. We haven't had too much wet weather, a little bit, but not over the top what we've been cropping for the last couple of years. So I'm going to put some mulch on this, give this a good watering, and I'll keep you up to date on how these are going. So until next time, as always, either grow big or go to shops. Thank you very much for watching it. Focus Fresh Gardens Homestead. Bye for now.